Alrighty. I'm back here. I'm going to be playing the University Club by Scottish. This was an awesome course. Ben published Dunglass first, and I think Scottish published a little bit after that. And as soon as he published, we definitely had a contest on our hands, because this absolutely gave Dunglass a run for its money. So we're excited to dive into it here. Alright, so I'm going off the back tee, spin for medium winds from one of the directions. Doesn't really matter. Course plays in all different directions, so I think any wind will be good here. So yeah, let's give this a go. Yeah, so I think for the judges, I think everyone had either Dunglass or the University Club winning the contest. So both courses got either only first or second place votes, which was good. And yeah, it wasn't unanimous, and I think that's honestly quite deserved. Both courses are just awesome. So let's take a little fly around here. So this is definitely got some like Yale inspiration, which is cool to see. We've had a couple courses probably in game throughout the years that have been inspired by that, but I don't think any of them come close to kind of this level of execution. So I think Yale, like in real life, the site is a lot more dramatic. This is a little more subtle in areas, but there's just some really good design. Yeah, got some big ponds here. It's coming to play on a couple holes. But yeah, just kind of that rugged topography. So we got rocks coming in places. Trees here and there. They're not really in play though, I guess, but yeah. This is one of my favorite holes here. Yeah, he did the it's not a new technique, but the fairway shading or the mow lines or whatever, it's done really well, and I think it makes a lot of sense on a course like this as well. So yeah, and then the environment's really solid. There we go. I think this is one where people might think there's not as much planting as there should be, but I would definitely argue against that. And, got trees, we got grass, and it's in some areas, we don't have a ton of much else going on, but really, this is kind of how this would be presented in real life, mown rough, all good to go. So, yeah. Let's hit a tee shot here. Really, really just nice, clean look off the first tee here. Straightaway hole, again, not going to beat us over the head with it, but just really nice land movement there. Good green, simple. But I guess, yeah, with this one, you probably could actually downwind. You had the right driver drive this green, but don't have that, so we're just gonna 3-wood it. Yeah, nice little wedge approach. Come on, default golfer. Yeah. second hole, and we're going just the exact same direction as the first hole there. And kind of like that. It's just a good way to really just, you know, head out from the clubhouse, get away as fast as possible, and then just, see what unfolds. I think this hole too is the start of just like the really, really, really good fairway sculpting. I think for me that was the absolute highlight of this course, is just the fairway contours and just how well they're sculpted and how believable they are, and just really interesting too. Yeah. Really cool green site, just tucked away into a corner. Just over the bunker there, you can land it short, let it run on. Or, whole green just kind of moving left to right. This works really well. So, then with the land movement though here too. The ball's gonna kinda jump to the left a little bit, so let's see. Yeah, even with my shorter clubs, that's a very, very reachable par 5. So, I'd say that was probably one of the main critiques of this course, actually, was just it. It's definitely CC friendly, but it might be even a little bit too CC friendly. Like, it's a very, it plays quite easy. It plays interesting, but you end up having quite a few short iron approaches. So, cool tee shot here, just over the ridge. Able to run it down a long ways. So, says it's 450-ish, but in reality, this is going to play a good amount shorter here. So, yeah. Again, just good simple green. Little back plateau there. Yeah. Menacing bunker on the left. This is a good golf course. Yes. Cool cameras too. I think he's got a few of these, but just kind of the slow overhead shots. Those are low key pretty cool. This hole here, playing out towards a pond. I've got like, again, a lot of this is just, if we blast it over the bunkers here up the left side, we'll be left with pretty short approach, potentially a pitch, which we might not want. Or we can kind of lay up to over here. Possibly a little bit of a better angle to some of these pins, but yeah. So, let's see, I think with my driver length I'll still be okay. Or maybe not. Oh yeah. Well, a little awkward stance here. So, oop. it's a decent hole. It's, yeah, probably my least favorite of the opening four so far. But I'm alive. I made it, Matt. I figured it out. Also, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, but I'm a little bit sick and I'm a little bit hungover, and so I'm trying to. I got my bottle of water here, trying to stay hydrated, not have too many voice cracks. Yep. All right, first par three. Longish hole, playing over the water. Um, Big spine, kind of cutting through the middle of the green here. I think planting wise, this is. Yeah, looks good. I don't know. This is nitpicky, but yeah, yeah. Maybe just want like a little bit more grass around here with the textures, but maybe that's just me being weird. I like this hole, but I've played this course multiple times. This is probably my least favorite of the par threes, but there's some really strong ones coming up. So, hey, thanks. You as well. You as well. I like the ridge cutting through. It's I do and I don't. I don't know. Yeah. I think this is another good example of both the amazing things about this course and also just what held it back just a bit from beating Dunglass. It's just these fairway contours are just beautiful. They look great, they play great, but I think this hole needs another 50 to 60 yards to kind of really drive home some strategy here, because we're gonna have just kind of another little wedge approach where in a hole like this you're wanting just a bit of a longer club in your hand to really kind of make hugging the water and just this shot here a little bit scarier. So yeah. That being said, I am on a bit of a slope here, so I'm gonna be a little bit cautious, but I'm back. Yeah, I'm not good with technology. We all know this. I got it figured out. Yeah, I bailed out a bit, left myself a longer putt, and yeah. So that's a hole that's like, it's almost so good with just playability. Could be amped up just a bit. Alright. I remember the first time I played this course, and just really, this hole really stood out to me. Just really rugged and really cool fairway contours. And we've seen punch bowl greens before too, but this is just a really good one. So. Yeah. This one, I think it's 12 maybe? 11 or 12. probably my two standouts from this course. Yeah. But again, yeah, wish it was just like 50 yards longer. Yep, exactly. And I think that kind of boils down to, I don't think Scottish plays this game as much, I guess, so, he designs, realistic hole lengths, which is great and good, and we love that, but it's there's such a fine line between, like, good design and then good design for the video game, and so that's kind of a tough balance to do here. Yeah, so this par 5 here. Yeah. If I had the longer driver, it's just kind of a no-brainer. You just blast it over the left side there, but I'm into the wind and I have the short driver, so I'm going to lay up to the right side here. Yeah. Yeah, and I've talked to a couple guys about it too. It's just, as they're building, it's like, no, you especially with the power drive kind of just ruining this game. Like, you have to, you have to design your holes to be a lot longer than what you're really comfortable with. So it's an unfortunate kind of just where we're at in the game right now kind of thing. So, yeah. Well, false front, very effective on a reachable par 5 like this. I think, yeah, it'll roll off on the back there too. So short par 5, but you need to hit a pretty exacting approach if you really want the reward. Oh, that was real bad. Got a short template, and yeah, just really well done. I like the big tree on the side here, frames it nicely. Probably doesn't come into play, but it's kind of close enough and big enough that you're wondering if it does come into play, so just simple things, but well done. Little thumbprint there. Yeah. Yep. It's a template, we've seen it before, but, things that are executed well. Can't really get tired of something like that. Yeah. Another interesting kind of short par 4 here, so. With that pin, I definitely don't want to be having a pitch shot over here, so I'm gonna try to hug this bunker as best I can, which will be pretty tough. Probably end up in the middle of the fairway, but maybe stays up. Yeah, not bad. Probably the best I could have done there. But got a little more green to work with now. You know who else doesn't play this game? It's this guy. Really, really cool short par 4 here. Yeah. Again, I think for this one, maybe another 10, 15 yards off the tee. I think those with the bigger driver are probably just going for this all the time, which is a real shame because, again, just fairway contours spectacular. This mound in front of the green is like just awesome, you know. And the more you bail out, the more blind your approach is. Whereas, you know, being cute and hugging the water, you'll get a little view of the flag to some pins there. So just an amazingly designed hole, but yeah, 10 more yards, please. And just roll off, easy chip. That would be an absolute blast to play this hole in real life. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah. We've got kind of our, we call this an Eden-ish, Eden adjacent par 3. Yeah. Really, really like how this one just frames from the tee there. It's beautiful. Short bunker, great. Little bunker layering, and then, yeah. This contour on the back of the green as well is really, really fun. Probably use it, yeah. So, good backstop to some of these pins here, and then the upper pin would be very, very exacting, so really cool. Yeah. I almost wish there was like a little bit more of this on some of the greens. I think it's, but it wouldn't be special then, but it's still, yeah. Really good par 3. We have 13 here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that stretch of 11, 12, 13 here might be my favorite stretch on the course. Yeah, this is my other potential favorite hole. Just, again, I've said it a million times already, but just fairway contouring is just beautiful using the big camber here, so you're wanting to hug that kind of OB side, but because you know the ball's going to move to the right, but try not to hook it in there. And then, yeah, super deep bunker on the right there. False front again works really well. Just beautiful. Honestly, it's stuff like this. Like, this is some of the, this is like elite level designing. This is some of the best stuff in the game. So, it's so well done. Makes me jealous. I feel like I don't have the skills to pull something like this off. So it's cool. It's cool seeing what other people in the community can do. Ooh, turn it the other way. This is just a great change of pace hole as well. We've got most of the course is pretty open and stuff, and now we're kind of taking a nice little jaunt into the woods there. So trees aren't in play, but just kind of feels a bit more enclosed, a bit more secluded, and kind of at this point in the round, that's a really nice thing. So really interesting par 3 here too. Not like a redan. It's more like almost like a half pipe kind of green or something. Plays redan adjacent, but again, a good kind of little twist on it. We've seen a million redans, but yeah. Oh yeah, no. Scottish is always a threat. Yeah. And yeah. I know this firsthand as he destroyed me in World Cup, so yeah. Yeah, this is the University Club. Yeah, this is a course where, you know, I think just as a community, there's just a ton that we can all learn and take away from this. Just you know, there's just so much good here. No, it's good. I've said it before. I'm very happy to be the sacrifice for something like that, because that's, you know, that's what makes World Cup interesting. You know, if you can predict all the outcomes, that's not great. You want to have, you know, you want to have some really tough decisions to be made. So yeah, he was a worthy. Yeah, he won that fight fair and square. So. This is another kind of low-key, really cool. This is a sneaky favorite on this course, actually. I don't, but it's got. I've flown around to try and check, but you got these little hummocks and stuff on this hole, which there isn't anywhere else on the course, but they just kind of bleed out of the that rugged topography hillscape on the side there, and I I think just doing a one-off on something like this, I find it really effective. Again, it's a nice little kind of change of pace, keeps things fresh, makes you excite. They're kind of bit of variety to the finishing stretch here. Hey, how's it going, Reteach? Good to see you. And so, yeah, it's a really good example of, I think it just shows a real level of maturity and confidence to do things like that. You know, a lot of other people would just, you know, put these on, you know, 5, 6 other holes on the course to make sure it's continuous. But I think just, you know, it, I don't know, I like it. It works. Good job. Said this before, but it's like it's important to know the rules, because knowing the rules knows when you can and should break the rules. So, yeah. Love this camera. As I was playing this, I was like, I really, really, really hope there's a tribute to the 18th hole at Yale, which, very controversial hole. If you don't know it, go look it up. But this is definitely a nod to that one. But yeah, I'll say it for the last time here, but if this hole was 70 yards longer or something like that, I think so much more of this would be in play. We got that really cool split fairway, just fairway snaking through all this kind of little hills and stuff. But I think even, well, we'll show it here, but even with my shorter driver, unfortunately, a lot of that stuff is just not really a factor. You just kind of blast it over all the interesting stuff that he built in here. So, yeah. But again, just so cool. And again, another just like, we know which hole this is, you know, what inspired this hole, but he's done enough to, it's not just a complete rip-off or copy. So, my favorite game, physics. The ball just touches the green and immediately speeds up. That was even going uphill, wasn't it? Is that? Yeah. I think that's like my biggest pet peeve in this game is just the slingshot effect. I'm like, I just don't understand it. Again, this would be a course that I would just, it would be so much fun to play this in real life. We come to 18. Yeah. Then for me, this is probably the one hole I don't really love this hole as an 18th hole. I think if it was, I don't know, 14th, 15th, 3rd, whatever, I'd have a little easier time with it. And this is coming from someone that does a lot of unconventional 18th holes, but it just feels just a hair out of place for this course. And I think as the 18th hole, it's not how I want to end my round, I guess, on this course, but yeah, no layup anyways. It's an interesting hole for sure, and you've got some decisions to make, but it's I don't know, a little bit of a tough one to explain, I guess. But super simple clubhouse. We're gonna nitpick as well. We can kind of see just like the plot edge behind the green there. Probably could have blocked that off with some more trees or something. Maybe done a little bit more around this here as well, but yeah. Not sure how much meter he had left, but probably had some though. Yeah, he probably had some meter. Yeah, could have done a little bit more with the background there, but that's fine. Yeah. Anyways, in short, I think we've covered all of the things here. The whole designs are great. The fairway sculpting is an absolute masterclass, and I think anyone looking at land movement and sculpting needs to play this course more than once and really look at some stuff. Even just like flying around this course is a blast. I have done it more than once, so would recommend. But yeah, my advice would be play this game a little bit more Scottish, or watch some people playing it, and yeah, then I think you'll won't be too long before you get your next win. I think you're an exceptional designer. So great work. Yeah, that'll be all for now. And I'll do some more of these in the next couple days. So anyone that's around, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you again.